So it's mental camera record equals cars, but it doesn't count today because there's traffic lights. busy. I've been filming out and about in Denbigh today. Got a few projects that were put off originally. It was two weeks ago, I think it was. And then I'm using a different camera, but I was using that Sony. The memory card was playing up, so I had to abandon that. And then the following week I had the Llanach protest, so I did that. And then so I'm back on town. I've done a few projects, and one will be a humongous outtake, I'll tell you. Talk about when things go wrong. But I had to redo the shot. But anyway, as I say, I was on town. So, as you do, or as I do, call back to the mental, see what's going on, see if Mr. Security's still here. So yeah, at first glance, nothing has changed. I'm still getting a few comments or messages really about, you know, the security and stuff like that. There was a fencing, I'm sure there was fencing there, they've taken it down. Anyway, that's that one's still there, but they seek him here, they seek him there. Mr. Security, are you there? Where is he? No sign of him today. That's unusual. Yeah, I usually time it just right. But anyway, so yeah, I was on town, and I have a couple of projects that I put off. But actually, it's a nice day. It's not too much wind, but at first glance, not a lot going on. Don't think I'll go down to the front, although you never know what I'm like. But as you can see, that's the nurse's home, the white building. I still get asked what that building is. But yeah, and there's the front buildings. And as I've said loads of times, you know, if you want to see what it's like in there, good morning.
Morning.
If you want to see what it's like in there, you know, if you just landed from another planet and you don't know anything about the mental, take a look at my channel. There's millions and millions of videos of walkabouts and all sorts and information. A lot of videos are out there on YouTube. They'll just wander around, they don't know what's what and that, but I'll talk about the history and stuff, anecdotes, memories of when I was a kid and interaction with the patients and stuff like that, you know. But you won't get that on anyone else's videos. They just, like I say, they just wander around, they don't know what they're doing, they don't know what they're filming, and I'll talk about things that have happened there. You know, I witnessed a patient dying, and before my eyes I was about 8, something like that, on the front steps, and it's just something that I will never forget, and I never have forgotten, something like that. But like I say, check out my videos, they're all on my channel. But no security today, no sign of him. Where is he? He's usually doing his rounds. He's probably at the back having a cup of tea, and I don't blame him. So anyway, yeah, and if you want to know what's happening with the place, everything's getting knocked down. I still get asked that, by the way. Even though I've put it out there loads of times, they're just keeping the front buildings. Yeah, I quote, keeping the front buildings, we shall see. But everything else, they were going to keep the nurses' home and the Allied ward at the back and certain wards and the isolation ward and stuff, but a whole lot's going to get knocked down. I'm not too sure what's happening with the chapel. They'll probably knock it down, probably clear the whole lot eventually. And there's going to be 300 houses and business units, and it's the bowling green or the cricket ground, or perhaps all both, and they might have a pub there and some shops and stuff like that. But as it is now, it's just sitting, rotting, falling to bits. But yeah, just like I say, I was on town doing a few projects, and you know, if you're interested in the mental, I know a lot of people, they couldn't care less about the place, but I do get a lot of interest, and they are very appreciative for what I do, you know. And like I said, you know, in my videos I'll talk about the history of the place, I'll talk about anecdotes, I'll talk about the staff, the patients, and my experiences and stuff like that. you know, other videos, there are loads of videos, but they'll just wander around, they don't know what they're doing. So, you know, to be fair to them, they come from miles around and they just go there and just have a wander around. But, you know, I've got connections with the place. Like I said, you know, I will talk about my experiences and stuff like that. But yes, that house there, it's been boarded up now for quite some time. That was nothing to do with the mental, by the way. There's Talavan and Gwynfryn, you can just see a bit of Talavan there, that was part of the mental. And that house there was nothing to do with the mental. And also there's one or two said about, oh, you can see a bit of it there. They call it the gatehouse there, you can see it's right next to the gate, to the entrance, to the main entrance. That was nothing to do with the mental. But yeah, just thought I'd call around, as I say, I was on time. And it's a humongous outtake, I tell you. Oh, people, a bloke on a bike shouting at me, and other people all looking at me and this and that, and I was, shall I keep this? And I kept it going till the end, and then I switched to camera. Well, I know I actually said on camera, I says, I'm gonna call this an outtake. It just went wrong. When things go wrong, that's how to do it, I tell you. It just went wrong big style. But yeah, no sign of Mr. Security today. No sign of him. But yeah, anything you want to know, actually, you know, just leave a comment or leave us a message. Not so much on Facebook. I'm not a lot on Facebook. If you leave me a message on Facebook, I might not get back to you for about 2 or 3 weeks. I just go on Facebook, post a link, and that's it. I'm gone. I'm off Facebook, like so. And a lot of people have, and I've seen a message, and it's 3-4 weeks old, and that, you know, and people think, oh, the miserable bugger, you know, he's not not replied. It's not so much that, it's just that I'm not on Facebook. I don't do, people go on Facebook every day and every second, don't they? But it's not for me. But you can leave a comment on one of my videos if you want. You know, I 99.9% I will reply to comments on videos on YouTube and that. But anyway, enough of my waffling. Yeah, as you can see, nothing's happening. It's just falling to bits. So yeah, watch this space.